Hello everyone, welcome back, and today is all about the upper body. So we are going to do some embodied and creative movement with the focus of lengthening and kind of releasing the upper body and the shoulders. You will need 2 blocks for this. And we are going to start off in a child's pose. Now, if you know that your hip flexors don't really like child's pose for that long and you want to start seated, then you can take any comfortable seat, and then once we start the movement, you can come into child's pose then. So that is it. Set up and let's go. So just taking a moment here in whichever starting position you've chosen, and just let the eyes close and start to become aware of the ebb and flow of the breath. Begin to sense the weight of the body upon the floor, but also feeling and getting a sense of the ground just rising up to meet you, to support the weight of the body. Coming back to the breath, being intentional with every expansion as the breath rises, and every retraction as the breath falls. Feeling this uplift of energy on the inhale, and that sense of letting go, that sense of depth and softening on the exhale. Take a few more rounds at your own pace. And letting the breath just soften you into this moment, into this practice. And take an inhale through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go, nice and gentle. And if you're not there already, just starting in child's pose. If you're already there, start to bring soft movements to the posture or shape. So maybe that's a turn from side to side with the shoulders. Maybe that's a reach with one arm and the other. Maybe you start to come onto the fingertips, or even just massaging the forehead upon the ground. So take your time to just gently introduce soft movements here. And then of course we're going to build on from here. So next time the head's through center, walk hands over towards the right hand side. Try not to close the right rib cage, but instead think about reaching for that diagonal. So this is usually where we stop in yoga, but I'm going to take it a little bit further. Once you're reaching for that diagonal, bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder and then turn your chest towards that right hand. So as if the chest is turning towards the ceiling, and then come onto the fingertips with that left arm, right? So adding that little bit of a twist to get into the side of the shoulder. And then just closing the chest back down towards the ground. So we're just moving and grooving, opening the chest towards the right, feeling that sense of length on the left, and then slowly release and pull down. Don't tell me that doesn't feel fabulous. Take a few more. So adding a little bit of movement, getting used to that sensation, used to maybe the intensity and what we feel on that left shoulder. And the next time your chest opens up, just pause in that spot where you can feel that nice release, that nice sense of length. You can let the left ear relax on the bicep or the delt as well, depending on how long your arms are. Big breath in. Full exhale out. Slowly releasing and just taking your time to journey to the opposite side. So shifting the weight towards the left. Again, reaching for left diagonal first. And then once you have that sense of length, left hand underneath your left shoulder. Turning the chest towards that left hand. Oh my God, just opening out there. And then slowly closing. Good. Tenting up on the fingertips on that right hand, I forgot to say. And we're just closing and opening the chest. So feeling that shoulder stretch with an added little bit of twist for the spine. Next time the chest is open towards the left, pause. Breathe. And then gently release. Both hands come out in front of you. Let's get out of this hip flexion. So push into the palms, roll the spine forward, come up into all fours, find that cat pose. And then drop the belly, unravel the spine, open the chest, and slowly sink back towards that child's pose. Rolling cat cows. Feel free to close the eyes if that feels comfortable. And just taking a few more rounds to open out through the spine, to get that sense of articulation from the pelvis, the lower back, the mid back, even the upper back. Amazing. We're going to add on from here. So next time you come forward, just keep the wave rippling forward. Push the weight onto the palms. Soften the elbows here. Drop the hips. So come a little bit low and then open the chest out. Find that low cobra pose. Chin in towards the chest. Push into the palms, around the upper back, mid back, lower back to finally find your seat. And go for 2 more. At your own pace. Linking that movement with the breath if it feels good. And just take time to, I want to say, cultivate that relationship with the spine, right? Feeling its curves, its sense of push. The way that you are kind of conversing with the ground to make this movement possible. No rush at all. The next time you roll forward and find that cobra pose, get that sense of pulling the hands back towards the hips and then gently release down. Take a pause, maybe hands come and frame the face to create a pillow. Relax through the back line for a second. And then all we're going to do is come into a little bit of a sphinx. So bring in the elbows underneath the shoulders. And again, I want you to feel that sense of pulling back. So the elbows are pulling back towards the hips as the chest comes forward through the gates of the arms. And if you're doing it intentionally, you're going to be able to feel those little muscles at the bottom of the shoulder blades just waking up. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't add some kind of movement. So through here, keep the stable base of the arms and just begin to look over the right shoulder. Come through center, looking over through the left. And for me, I love Sphinx because I've got this freedom to play with the cervical spine. So maybe you start to make circles here. So dropping chin towards the chest, left ear, left shoulder. Chin up towards the sky. Chin down towards that right shoulder. And again, yoga is this practice of presence and awareness, right? So it's not really important what we're doing, but how does what we're doing kind of provide feedback about our bodies, about the way that we're feeling? If you're taking circles, go into the opposite direction. Noticing that sense of length as you lift the chin across the front of the body. Maybe that contrasting sense of length as the chin's tucked on the back of the body. Just one more breath. And then gently release. You can make your hands with a pillow. Keep the back of the neck nice and long, actually, so tuck your chin a little bit. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders. First time, we're going to push back into a downward facing dog. So take your time. Hips high, heels pushing towards the ground. Keep the knees nice and soft. Pedal out the legs as always. Just say hello to it. Notice how the hamstrings are feeling. If you want to add this little sway from side to side, just to kind of warm up the body, right? I know for me, I don't like to jam into my hamstrings first thing. We're not going to hold this shape, so just in your next few breaths, I want you to journey to the top of the mat. So whether that's a tiptoe, whether you take your feet wider, again, generous bend in the legs as you come forward. We haven't done much for the hamstrings. Once you get to the top of the mat, take the feet hip width distance and soften the knees a lot so that the belly's coming towards the thighs. Actually, I've just changed my mind. This is going to feel even better. Take the feet as wide as the mat so that we've got more space for the belly underneath the thighs, right? Just, you might be pregnant. If you're not pregnant, imagine you're pregnant. You've got this big like watermelon in between. And then I want you to reach your arms forward. So if your blocks are handy, your hands can be onto blocks. I'm going to grab mine as well. Soften the knees here, reach forward, and kind of like a puppy dog pose. So you want that sense of reach through the fingertips, but this sense of depth and softening through the heart towards the floor. Whew. So nice. And then keeping the hands where they are, just begin to bend and lengthen through one leg. So bending through the right knee, maybe lengthening the left knee, looking under the left shoulder a little bit, and then switching sides, so left knee bends. Right hip's pushing back, leg doesn't have to be straight, just peering underneath that right shoulder. Take a few more each side, feeling the shift of weight. And just noticing how the line of tension changes as we move, and how in different areas of this movement you can find different sensations. Perfect. And then come through center. Walk the hands back, soften the knees. Gently begin to roll up the spine. So just take your time to come all the way up. Head's the last thing that's going to lift. You can take your arms up above the head. Big inhale. And then exhale, just bring one hand to the heart, one to belly, or both to belly. And just get that feeling of touch. That feeling of coming together at the top of the mat. Of holding yourself. Just physically witnessing the coming and going of breath. So if your eyes are closed, just blinking them open. Bring the feet back underneath the hips just for a little bit more of a stable base. From here, raise your arms all the way up. I'm gonna look at you guys now. So raise your arms. You can stay where you are at the top of the mat. Cactus the arms, open the chest. So think of chest pulling forward. You can have that little bit of a curve in the spine. Big breath in. As you breathe out, round through the upper back. So bring your elbows together at the front and really curve through the upper back. The breath in, elbows are going to go wide. We're going to open up cactus. Now, as you breathe out, straighten the legs a little bit. Drop your right elbow towards your right waist and pause there. Option to stay, option to lengthen your left arm. Perfect. One breath, one move. So left arm comes in, stacking, coming up through center. Big breath, open chest. Elbows towards the front, round through the upper body. Elbows come out towards the side, opening out. Little bit of length through the legs as you drop your left elbow down towards your left hip. That space through the right hip. Maybe right arm extends above the head. Good. If you're feeling it in your lower back, tuck your pelvis here. Take one more each side. Again, if you're good with the movement, just carry on in your own pace. If you're coming with me, elbows pull forward. The breath in, elbows pull back, chest opening. Right elbow, tuck the glutes under towards your right waist. Maybe left arms lengthening. Maybe you pause a little bit here. Really ground through the heels, particularly that left leg. Notice how that affects the kind of sensation through left side. Bring it up through center. Last one, round and pull in. The breath in, opening out. Left elbow, left hip or waist. Right arms lengthening. Glutes a little bit tucked under if you feel that compression for the lower back. Little bit of a pause, ground through the feet. Now bring it up through center, reach up tall. You can come onto your tiptoes if you want to bring a little bit of love for the feet. And then hands come to the back of the legs as we fold forward into that forward fold. So can give the hamstrings a little bit of a love and a rub, a little bit of tactile feedback, which does actually help them to respond to movement. Oh, my calves feel tight. Now we're going to come into a little bit of a flow, a standing balance before we take it back down to the ground. So halfway lift, looking forward, flattening out through the back. Plant your hands, step your right foot back this time. I'm going to do this so I don't bring my bum to the camera first time. Once your right foot steps back, bring the knee down on the ground. It's upper body, so we're not really too worried about the legs. We're just giving them a little bit extra. Bring your left hand behind your head. Elbow up towards the sky, open up, lean back as much as you can. And then left elbow comes down towards your right elbow, curling in towards the right. Good. It will be a little bit for the hips here as well. So just take a few more. The breath in, we're opening out towards the left. And then the breath out, really curving through that middle of the back to find a twist towards the right. Take two more. In your own breath, at your own pace. And again, feeling that contact with the floor, that sense of push that kind of helps to push the energy through the body. Amazing. Then next time that left arm is up, you can straighten out through the arm. If you want to come to the knife edge of that left foot, it's going to allow you to lean back even more, create even more space. You can even cactus the arms if that feels better for the chest. Take a deep breath there. Then both hands come back down to the front of the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and come into a wide-legged fold. Now, once you find your wide-legged fold, reach forward with your right arm. So right hand reaches towards the left diagonal. Left arm crisscrosses underneath towards the right diagonal. And soften the knees. Hands can be on blocks here as well, right? Give yourself a little bit of a rock, forwards and back. So rocking onto the toes. This is a bit weird, I know. Relax your head and neck here. And just take a moment to see the effect of the cross arms and what it has in the shoulder girdle. Now I want you to just pause in center. Let the upper body get heavy. Let the knees be nice and soft. And direct the breath to the upper portion of the back. This crossing of the arms is adding that little bit of extra tension across the upper body. Then as we breathe into that space, it's going to help to feel more open there. Take one more breath in. Big breath out. Now this is where it gets fun. So everyone tap your right hand on the floor and then come onto the fingertips of that right hand. All right, so we're lengthening forward. Now bend the left knee and look under the right shoulder. So you're going to twist towards the right shoulder's turning up towards the ceiling, and we've got this openness through the hips, through the shoulders. One big breath. Then bring both elbows together through center. Walk the hands towards the top of the mat. Congratulations. Both hands come down, step back, downward facing dog. Perfect. We're going to come off the load now, so just high up on the toes, ripple forward towards your plank. We'll go rolling vinyasas. Drop the hips, lift the heart, finding a cobra pose, back bend of your choice. And then drop the chest down towards the ground. Good. Bring an ear towards the floor. Take a second there. I'm going to add a nice, just gentle T-stretch. So reach out with your right arm so that it's in line with the shoulder. Left hand stays underneath your left shoulder. Now looking towards the left-hand side. Bend your left knee. Take your left foot up and over so that we're rolling onto that right shoulder. You can leave your left hand where it is. I personally like to tent my fingers and push a little bit into the left palm so I get a little bit more resistance and a little bit more sensation. Relax your glutes because they've probably just squeezed up without you knowing. The more you turn your chest up towards the ceiling, the more you're going to feel it. But sometimes we don't need to go to our extremes, but just give ourselves time in a place that doesn't feel as extreme but starts to show itself over time. Just one more breath. Then coming back onto your belly. You can give the fingers a little bit of a wriggle. Give the shoulder a little bit of a roll. And let's go on the opposite side. So left hand reaches out in line with the shoulder. Right hand underneath the right shoulder, bend the right knee. We're rolling up and over so that right foot finds the left hand side of the floor of the mat. Again, you can add that little bit of a sway. So I always sway just to tease in and out of intensity so that I can feel the difference between different points of movement and where I might want to hold. And your body will be telling you that with this inner intelligence we got going on. Tension check. Glute check. And then gently release. Perfect. Fingers wriggle, hands back underneath the shoulders. We can push back into a tabletop actually. So we're going to just do those two little movements on the right side before we get down onto our blocks. So you can stay where you are. I am just going to turn around so I don't give you my bum on this one. So right foot, you're going to step it in between the hands. Sink the hips a little bit. Keep the left hand down on the ground. And bring the right hand behind your head. So right elbow leans back, opens up, maybe on the breath in. Then as you breathe out, the elbows come to touch or towards each other as you twist towards the left. Good. Taking a few more. So finding your own speed, own pace. And maybe every time you're dipping down, you're just challenging the depth to progress the movement and sensations you're feeling. Nice. The next time, no rush. That right arm's up towards the ceiling. Reach up tall with the fingertips. Maybe come onto the knife edge of that right foot so that you can lean back and open the chest out. Take a few breaths there. Arm can be cactus. Oh, what I actually like to do is when my arm's up is drop now my left ear towards my left shoulder. So I've got, you might be able to feel some tingling here as well. That would be your nerves. But so you've got that sense of length through the neck as well. Nice. Now, both hands to the top of the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, come into that wide-legged fold. Let me think about this one again. Soften the knees. Left hand reaches out towards the right diagonal. So we're making that crisscross. Right hand underneath towards the left diagonal. Now head nice and relaxed. And again, you can add that rocking just forwards and backwards. So feeling the weight shift into the hands, into the legs. Notice where you want to position yourself in between those 4 points. And then find stillness. Breathing into that upper back. Letting the upper body get heavy. So the natural weight of it just helps with that lengthening of the spine. Take another breath there. And that little twist. So slap your left hand on the floor so you know which one's your left. Then come high up on the left fingertips. Bend the right knee. That's what's going to give you the space to turn towards the left hand side, looking under that left shoulder. Oh, wonderful. 3 big breaths there. I'm not going to be there long because we've been on the legs a little bit too much. Then gently release. Both hands walk back to the top of the mat. Step your left foot back. Well, that'll be your right foot, right? Step your right foot back, bring your knees down, and just take a second, sit back. Come to sit on the heels. Let the hands rest on the knees. Just give yourself a little pause to just notice the difference. Tucking your tailbone. Maybe feeling this sense of height through the crown of the head that maybe wasn't there before. Now blinking the eyes open. Grabbing hold of your 2 blocks. This will be the final little piece to the puzzle. So with your 2 blocks, you're going to bring one where the bra strap would be, so in between the shoulder blades, a little bit lower in the mid-back. And then the second one's going to go behind the head. If you're like, oh my God, yes, I'm going to go on the highest height, please stay on the lowest height. We don't need as much height there. So bring one block, where I said in the middle of the back. Now, option for you, if you know your neck's pretty sensitive, then definitely bring the block underneath. If you want a little bit of opening for the neck, then you can stay without the block. I personally like the block underneath the pillow. And for this one, bend your knees, take your feet a little bit wide, so you've got a little bit of planting, right? You may need to readjust if you need to. And then just bring your arms out by the side and feel that natural opening of the body. The breath really helps to maximize the kind of benefits of this posture. So just take a few breaths into the chest and feel the chest rising and feel that sense of opening. Perfect. Now bring your arms up towards the ceiling and take your right arm and cross it on top of your left so your elbows are together. So option 1 is hands come down and rest on the shoulders. Option 2 is that eagle wrap. I'm not sure whether I can do it today. Now, right arm's on top of the left arm. You've got the eagle wrap where you've got hold of the shoulders. Now push the elbows higher and away from you. And all I want you to do is sway from left and right. So take the elbows towards the left. Take the elbows towards the right. Repeat that. You get this sense of massage, right, underneath the shoulder blades. You might add a little bit of a crack. I know I did it when I was practicing for this class. Perfect. If you find a spot you want to pause in because you're like, oh wow, what is that? Feel free to pause there. Take a few breaths. And then bring it back through center. Keep the elbows as they are. This time, think about reaching the elbows up. So maybe hands come to rest on the head and open into the background. And then bringing the elbows down towards the belly. And again, repeating that movement. Maybe that feels like enough. You're like, yes, this feels amazing, Sarah. Let me stay here. And there are just subtle things you can do that bring different sensations, and none of them are better than the other, right? It just depends on what you're feeling and what you need. So one of those things is when the arms are above the head, the rib cage naturally wants to open up. So what happens if you still stay with the same movement, but keeping the rib cage or the bottom of the rib cage pulling down towards the hips? And the second thing you can do is when the elbows come in towards the belly, maybe lift the head and the chin so that we're rolling we've got that pressure of the block into the middle of the back. And then as you release down, the head comes down. Maybe the chin starts to look up as you open up. Take one more wherever you are. If you want to find stillness, find stillness. Just a little bit of exploration, right? And then next time you're through center, release the elbows, take the arms up, turn the hands in towards each other, so as if you're grappling and kind of wrapping around the wrists here. Now take the arms up and above the head, so just open out into those shoulders. Oh my God, that feels amazing. Good. Take a breath. You might want to readjust the head. I like to drop my chin here. Now release the cross of the hands. Bend the elbows, bring them to a cactus on the side of the body. Oh. So elbows in line with the shoulders. Doesn't matter if they reach the floor or not. Just get that sense of softening, that opening, a little bit of counteraction for that eagle that we've done. Just another 2 breaths. And then bringing the arms back up towards the ceiling. If you feel like you need to shake the arms out a little bit because of the blood flow, then feel free. And we're going to do that on the opposite side, and then we are done. So arms come up, left elbow on top of the right elbow this time. So again, you can either grab hold of the shoulders like so, or you can go full eagle wrap. I'm going to grab hold of the shoulders this round, so I'm not always doing the same option. So wherever you are, push the elbows away from the body and then start to rock. So take elbows towards the left, towards the right. And just being inquisitive with what we're feeling, where we're feeling, what feels best. Again, if you want to pause in a spot, feel free. Deep breaths here. And bringing the elbows back through center. This time taking the elbows high, so towards the head, and then elbows towards the belly. And we've got time, right? So just see how this feels first. And actually, if you do have your hands on your shoulders like me, when your elbows come down, think about pushing into the shoulders and down as well. So it creates another sense of length. Oof. Again, if you want to play with keeping the rib cage pulled down as you do this, or even lifting the head and the neck as we roll up and down. It's your practice, it's your body. So take your time to just explore. Now the next time you're in center or neutral, take the arms back up towards the ceiling, turn palms towards each other so the left hand is crossed on top of the right, interlace the fingers, take those hands above the head, chin maybe tucks towards the chest. Breathe. Elbows can have a slight bend as well if they need to. Another breath there. Then release the lace of the hands. Bend the elbows, bring them to a cactus next to the body. Oh, this is the final little bit. That was my shoulder that cracked. Find stillness. And maybe now's the time where the legs straighten out. You can bring them in a butterfly if you want to. Take at least 5 breaths here. And this is where I'm going to leave you. If after your 5 breaths you want to take a regular Shavasana, feel free. I hope you enjoyed the practice. And wherever you are, just a reminder to soften, to let go, and surrender. I'll see you all next week.